economics is the study of how to efficiently use scarce resources in order to maximize utility. Utility is the satisfaction one gets from a good or service, and individuals and firms allocate their resources in order to maximize this satisfaction. There are 4 scarce resources. There's land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. And firms have to decide how to balance these 4 resources in order to maximize their production at the lowest possible cost to themselves. Society will use incentives and trade-offs. And incentives are a way to force firms to efficiently use their scarce resources. An example of this is when the government subsidizes a pharmaceutical company for creating a vaccine, as this vaccine can benefit everyone and not just the person receiving the vaccine. And firms have to decide on trade-offs, which is a sacrifice of one good for another good. And they have to decide, evaluate the choices and decide on a balance between the two. And they can do this by using a marginal analysis. And this is a comparison between the marginal benefits and the marginal costs. And the firm will try to produce where the benefits equal the cost, which is the profit maximizing point. There are also some generalizations that economicists have to make when studying economics, and one of these is ceteris paribus. And this is the all things equal assumption, which assumes that if everything in the background is equal and only the specific variables they are testing are different, then this will produce the most accurate findings of their study, even though this might not be true in real life. There are 2 main branches of economics, which is macroeconomics and microeconomics. Macroeconomics deals with the country as a whole, which is dealing with the imports and the exports of the country, for example. Microeconomics deals with the individual firm or household, which is just when one individual buys a specific good from one store. There is positive economics and normative economics. And positive economics is based on theoretical economics. And this uses hypotheses and observations in order to develop theories and principles that explain facts in cause and effects relationships. Normative economics uses policy economics, which uses theories and data to make policies that address specific economic problems. And finally, there are 2 fallacies that plague economics, which is the fallacy of composition, and that is when you assume that what's true of the part is true of the whole and vice versa, which is not always the case. And there's also the post hoc fallacy, which is when one assumes that because A preceded B, then A caused B, which is also not always the case.